what is action without individuality? Right, sir? I want to move somewhere else. What is action without this separative concept of me? You understand my question? I knew what was action from a self-centered point of view. Right? Right? I acted from that. And you come along and point out to me, and I've listened to you very carefully, and by very listening and following you, my mind has become somewhat intelligent. And I realize that intelligence sees what individual action has been, the consequences of it, the danger of it, the degeneracy of it, and now it says, what is action without this separative element in my mind? You understand what? Right, sir? You're following all this? What is that action? I don't know what that action is, but I'm going to find out. I must. You understand, sir? I must find it, because that's how I started out. What is a human being surrounded by wolves? Sorry. What is he to do? He can't kill all the wolves, and he can't become a wolf himself. So what is he to do? What is the mind that is not separative? What is his action? Oh, you know, you're missing something marvelous. Come on, sirs.
Is it that he begins to learn from moment to moment,
No,
by being that moment?
I have been through all that. I've had an insight. Please listen, sir. I've had an insight into the nature of individuality, and I've also have an insight into the organizations which that individuality has created, right? I've had an insight into that. The organizations that individuality is a separative element has created, I've had an insight into it. And that very insight has put away that. Right? I don't know if you're following me. And that insight now says, it doesn't say, that insight is now, that has dropped it. I'm asking a question with regard to action. Can I have an insight? Can there be an insight into the nature of action, which is not individualistic? You get my point? Are you meeting me? An insight.
Is this a different insight, sir, or is it part of the same insight?
What?
Is it a different insight, or is it part of the same insight?
Insight is never the same. Insight is finished with that. Right?
You mean it's not comparative?
No. I said it has had an insight into the nature of individuality and all the structures and organization that individuality has brought about. It has had an insight into it. And therefore that very insight has abolished individuality. Right? You might say, what do you mean by insight? Is it continuous? Or is it from moment to moment? Or is it what? Or is it or it has no time? That's it.